Good morning, everybody, Mayor and Council. My name is Sandra Dora, 5011 Cordova Bay, and I strongly support the motion to rescind the ETBA. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Speaker number 10, please. We have speakers 11 to 15 up to the front in the reserved seating.
Good morning, Mayor, Council, staff, those of us who came out on a sunny Saturday.
Name and address, please.
Eric Daly, 2923 Mount Baker View Road. I am not here on behalf of the Cadbury Bay Residents Association. I am not here on behalf of the Dead Boat Society. I am here as a former member and chair of the Property Assessment Review Panel. Lately, I've noticed a flurry of activity, people saying that the EDPA and land values, the EDPA has not affected the land values. Well, as chair of District 61 EDPA, which is most of Saanich, when you come to a panel and you want to get your assessment reduced, most people come to get them reduced, you make your presentation, BC Assessment makes their presentation, the panel goes off and comes back and they may say, yes, we'll give you a reduction. BC Assessment, in 99% of the cases, will take it off of the building section and not the land section. So when someone says to BC Assessment, and by the way, their unofficial goal is to, quote, protect the roll, which is the land value, BC Assessment historically will reduce the building section. Now there you are, you're there, you're getting the reduction that you want, so you smile and you leave. So BC Assessment can later on, when anybody asks, can put their hand on their heart and say, oh no, the land values haven't been reduced. So there you go, that's how it's happened with the land values. Oh, and by the way, I think you should rescind. Thank you.
Thank you. Speaker 11, please.
Good morning. My name is Winona Pugh. I'm at 5021 Prospect Lake Road. I've been a Saanich resident for over 25 years, and I've been proud of the leadership that Saanich has provided in environmental protection. However, I am deeply concerned about the lack of understanding of this important commitment that has been demonstrated over the past 2 years. I would like to request the EDPA remain in place and the implementation of the 15 recommendations provided in the Diamond Head report begins immediately. Staff have identified 12 of the recommendations that could be completed within the year while still providing protection for our sensitive ecosystems. Although we had a patchwork of environmental protection bylaws prior to 2012, the EDPA was the tool that threaded everything together to protect and preserve biodiversity and intact natural ecosystems. Without the EDPA, the following environmental areas have no protection: wetlands and non-fish-bearing streams, native sensitive ecosystems such as Gary Oak and Coastal Bluff, native trees in conflict with building envelopes, rare plants, rare animal habitat, and rare ecosystems, natural areas surrounding bald eagle and great blue heron nests, and our marine coastline, including the gorge and portage inlets. Progressive municipalities across Canada have recognized the economic and environmental values of protecting our natural assets on both public and on private lands. Wetlands and seasonal streams provide the efficient, low-cost approach to stormwater management and flood control. Protection of native trees and our tree canopy ensure clean air and clean water. And preserving native ecosystems can enhance the physical and mental well-being of our residents. Natural assets have the potential to reduce service delivery costs, provide services in perpetuity, continue to provide food security, and support climate change adaptation. Over the past 100 years of colonization, we have made serious environmental mistakes. We have made progress, and during the past 5 years, the EDPA has given us the tools to stop the bleeding and begin a healing process. As we work through the budget cycle, this is the time to think outside the box of artificial engineered systems and understand ways that the responsible use of our ecological goods and services can provide economical, efficient, and sustainable solutions to our increasing costs and growth. Instead of cutting jobs and increasing service fees, there is the potential to decrease infrastructure costs through the protection and restoration of naturally occurring resources. The EDPA is critical to the implementation of this option, which will benefit Saanich residents. This is your opportunity as a visionary council to build on the diligent work from the past, implement the independent recommendations of the present, and to create a sustainable future. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Speaker number 12, please.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor, Council, and staff. My name is Catherine Whitworth, and I reside at 4548 Dumont Avenue. I would like to take you back all to March 6, 2017, when Council voted an amendment motion by the late Councillor Vic Derman that reads that all single-family zone properties be temporarily exempted from the environmental development permit area until Council receives the Diamond Head report from Diamond Head Consulting and makes a decision on the future of the EDPA. And notwithstanding this exemption, if an application is received to rezone and subdivide a single-family dwelling zone property, EDPA guidelines would apply. In my mind, the above noted motion and subsequent bylaw 9421 from June 12, 2017 is still current. As our CAO stated on March the 6th, and I quote, if a property owner came forward with an application to rezone or subdivide within the EDPA, on the basis of this motion, the EDPA would still apply. If the application was not based on rezoning or subdivision, the EDPA temporarily would not apply. On July 24, 2017, the Diamond Head report was presented. Councillor Bryce motioned that Council receive the draft report from Diamond Head Consulting for information and direct staff to schedule a standalone meeting in October 2017. What I find is discourteous to the residents of Saanich is that when the Diamond Head report meeting was held on October 28, 2017, there was absolutely no discussion by Council on the Diamond Head report itself, but it was immediately moved by Councillor Harper to be rescinded. Council, you spent $50,000 on this Diamond Head report that the CAO indicated 12 of the 15 recommendations could be implemented within 1 year, and yet you didn't even give the report the courtesy of a fulsome discussion. There is a great deal of talk about accountability and fiscal responsibility, but I see none of this as it relates to the Diamond Head report or the EDPA itself. As a taxpayer, I see far too many resources being spent on something that does not need to be sent off to the hither and beyond. I believe that the EDPA